Hey guys, Stevie Campagno here from upscaletrainer.com. I want to share with you 5 ways to save your online fitness business money without compromising the quality of your business. Let's face it, money saved is money earned. So I want to go over this with you right now. Here's the reality. Marketing and client fulfillment softwares are essential for staying organized and scaling. Online training is a two-man job. What I mean by this, if you try and do everything yourself, outreach, communication with prospects on social media, email marketing, text marketing, phone calls. There's taking content, making videos, photo, all this stuff. It's gonna be overwhelming. So you do need a little bit of help, in my opinion. Working and leveraging AI instead of competing against it will save you money and will become more successful in the long run. Online training clients pay for support and accountability. So don't be intimidated by incorporating AI. They're always going to pay for you in specific. Take advantage of tax havens so you can live for free on the money that you save. Go over this with you in more detail right now. So number 1, there's 5 things. This is the first thing. Move or live in a state 6 months out of the year with no income tax. And that's what I did at the beginning of 2021, like mid 2021, to be honest. So states without income tax. I'll tell you why this is important in a second. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Wyoming, Washington. The reason why I did this is I was living in California. Yes, my family's from California. I have a lot of ties in California. I like being around my grandma. You know, all these things are really important to me. But it came to a point where, do I really want to pay an extra 100 grand a year in taxes to California? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially with all that's going on there, the homeless, the crime. It's just not somewhere I want to be. You know, I'd rather use that money on my business or, like I said, living expenses or buying a home. Like I did, I bought a home in Nevada, and I could buy another home with the money that I've saved so far from living here 6 months out of the year. I still have a place in San Diego, but I stay here 6 months out of the year to avoid paying the government more in taxes, and it's so worth it. And I live in Las Vegas. I like it way more than I thought I would. You'd be surprised with the amount of things to do here and the quality of living here. It's not just the Strip. I don't even go to the Las Vegas Strip. It's endless, the amount of luxury here. Restaurants, gym scene is incredible. I go snowboarding all the time. It's winter right now. I've been snowboarding probably once or twice a week on average. I've gotten really good. I can. It's, every time you go out, it's top tier luxury. I just love it. So I was between there and Florida. Decided to go with Nevada because I want to be on the West Coast. But I'm not opposed to getting a second house. That's one of my goals. I want to get a second house somewhere in Florida by the beach within the next few years. So if you make 100 grand and live in California, you're going to pay almost 30 grand to the state of California. If you make over 300 grand a year living in California, or even some of these states, I'm just using California as an example because that's where I'm from, you're going to pay over 100 grand in taxes. Now think about what you could do with an extra 100 grand a year. A lot, right? And you should at least be planning on making at least 300K. Very easy to do, in my opinion, doing online training. It's, as long as you're doing the right things, it's a very doable number. Number 2, replace all C-level tasks with AI. So C-level task, messaging prospects on social media, doing things like that, editing videos, there's a lot of little things now that AI can do. Like I used to have 13 virtual assistants. Now I only have 3. And that's because I replaced those tasks. And the main task was messaging prospects on social media in order to book a call. The back and forth is exactly the same. It doesn't sound like a bot. So, as long as the prospect thinks that it's a real person and they're doing a good job. And the thing I like about it too is that the AI works around the clock, right? AI is cheap, works 24/7. With workers, they need shifts. You need to pay them more with time so they stay motivated. You need to give them bonuses. And yeah, it's just, it's a lot. Dealing with people is kind of a lot, especially when I had 13. So this is way better, way better. Highly recommend that. Hire overseas versus in the US. This is something that I believe in. This is when I did in-person training, was kind of starting with online. We were working out of my garage here. I had a team of 3 guys helping me. And don't get me wrong, they were awesome. They were great dudes. I loved working with them. But then I moved out of to San Diego from San Francisco, so that's about an 8-hour drive. So I couldn't work with these guys anymore. So I hired a virtual assistant, and then I just hired more and more virtual assistants overseas. And their work ethic is on another level. They have, they're providing for families, whereas these guys are just kind of in school. These people overseas I'm providing for families. They work really hard. They are super reliable. As long as you find the right people, super reliable. And I've loved my experience working with people in the Philippines in specific. The quality of work, in my opinion, is the same or better with them as it was here. And like I said, these people are hungry. They want to work. And I've had a really good experience so far. So I'd recommend hiring overseas versus in the US to save money. It's totally worth it. Number 4, make sure you use a payment processor that you 100% control, not a third party. So for example, third party would be something like Trainerize Pay or MindBody. These softwares are going to charge you more per transaction, and there's going to be a monthly hosting fee associated with it. So for example, Trainerize Pay $7 per month, and then $3.15 plus $3.50 plus 30 cents per transaction. If you go straight to the source with Stripe, there's no hosting fee, 2.9% per transaction plus 30 cents. So when you're making a lot of money, I don't like talking about how much money I've made, but I've generated over $1 million on Stripe, and that adds up. That adds up. So number 5, all-in-one marketing and client fulfillment software versus all these different softwares. And these are the things we're required, but this is what we specialize in helping trainers with: all-in-one versus Trainerize, ActiveCampaign for email marketing, Typeform for application forms, ClickFunnels for website funnels, Calendly for booking calls, AI chatbots, Zapier. We combine everything with Upscale Trainer, so you only have to pay for one thing, and you end up saving, on average, it's about $5,000 a year. If you want to take the guesswork out of saving and scaling, would love to do a call with you. You can click the button below this video or check the description of this video, depending on where it's being hosted. We'd love to help you out, just have a conversation, see what you're doing right now with your fitness business. We can show you how we're setting an appointment. That's probably our most popular thing. In fact, it is booking calls using AI instead of a live virtual assistant. This has been really big for our business over the last year, saving a ton of money doing that and getting even better results. So if you want to see how some of these things work, how we're closing calls, how we're setting appointments, would love to show you. Just schedule a call. Like I said, check the description of this video or click the button down below. Hope you had a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.